Welcome back. Many of us are always on the lookout for the latest trends, even if we don't need them. But one organization says fast fashion is contributing to slave labor and human trafficking in the fashion industry. Joining me this morning to talk about this is Dawn Mansky. She's the founder of Made for Freedom. Welcome, Dawn.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I'm very happy to have you here. Sex trafficking, human trafficking, very real and important topic. How is it making its way into the fashion industry?
The International Labor Institute has estimated that 170 million children are part of forced labor and child labor around the world, many of them in the textile industry. What happens is we are looking constantly for the best deal, and we're looking for the cheapest price, which means these brands are forcing the manufacturers to pay very low prices for their labor, and they're recruiting children. So that makes the mothers vulnerable. So if a mother is working for this factory and getting paid a poverty wage, she's vulnerable to exploitation. She may not be able to afford to send her child to work, to school, so the child is working. So vulnerabilities come from paying these sweatshop wages, not to mention deaths, you know, with sweatshop collapses in Bangladesh and things like that.
Okay, and then this term fast fashion, explain that.
That is this constant drive to not just turn out new styles a couple times a year like it used to be, but now there are brands that are running a complete new line every 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And that is just this consumer, it's driving consumers to purchase more and waste more. And so it's this constant drive to make things with cheaper materials and lower prices for the people.
Okay, but your organization is doing something different. Talk about that.
We really talk about supply chains a lot because dignified employment means that people are not vulnerable to exploitation. But we go to that next level, and we're providing dignified employment specifically for people who have been rescued from sex trafficking and those who are very vulnerable, coming out of vulnerable situations, so that they can support themselves financially and stand on their own 2 feet. So we have product from 15 centers around the world. Purses made by minority women in Thailand, jewelry made by women rescued from red light districts. And so all of these women have opportunities to support themselves.
Hence, Made for Freedom. You are a part of the solution.
Right.
Okay, wow. Dawn, thank you so much for telling us about this. Now, quickly, talk to me about some of the materials you've brought today.
Okay, so these are reversible crossbody bags, which are super fun and solid, made by solid on one side, print on the other. We got geckos. I like the geckos.
Minority, and we got the jewelry.
People. Both of these sets, these are just some powerful sets. This has writing on 3 sides. It says, seek justice, love mercy, walk humbly. Made by survivors. These are actually made by refugees and immigrants in St. Louis. And our professional purses are made in Chiang Mai, Thailand by Hmong minority women.
So you've got great fashion for a great cause. Yes.
That is what we have.
Perfect, Dawn. Thank you so much for stopping by and telling us all about it.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And if you're interested in Made for Freedom clothing, head to kview.com where we have posted a link for you to check out their online shop. And also, in case you missed our Selling Girls series, you can log on to kview.com to see how sex traffickers are preying on young girls in our own backyards.